What's up, everyone? I hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic. So, first, I don't want to waste your time. So, by looking at the thumbnail, if you thought that Muscleblaze Healthkart and GM Nutrition, these are the same company, that's not what it is. So, you can stay at peace. There's nothing like that I'm going to talk about. I will say a few things. So there are similarities between Healthkart and Muscleblaze, and the business model of these companies, along with GM Nutrition, is pretty much similar. That's what I'm going to talk about. It's not an exposed video. That's why there is no exposed title in there. It's just an information video. If you feel that you already know this stuff, just skip the video. You don't have to watch it because you'll be repeating the same thing. So after talking about all these things, let's just jump right into it. I was just browsing and trying to understand. I already had that hunch. Probably I was the one who didn't know, so I found it out. And maybe it's just info for me that Muscleblaze and Healthkart are basically the same company. How I got to know about it, I was looking for the next protein to review, and I already reviewed the beginner's protein from Muscleblaze. Then I came across this Healthkart protein, which is my first protein. It's a whey protein and casein blend. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, right? That's a nice stuff. But what I did, I always look for this, so I looked for the FSSAI info, which you now can see on the screen. Also 1001506 00064 Okay, now I also looked into the label here, which says they're marketed by Bright Life Care Private Limited, and that's what I kind of triggered me. Just let's find out what's the FSSI info. So I went into FSSI tracking place, and I found, yes, that's the Bright Life Care, which is dealing in huge number of stuffs. I mean, they deal with pretty much so many things: lemon, honey, so many things, flavors, tablets, many things. And then I went for Muscleblaze just as a hunch, and I found that their contact us place also says Bright Life Care Private Limited, which means these two are exactly the same company. Probably the parent company is the same. These two are two different brand names. And even Muscleblaze, there's nothing hidden in it. That's why I'm not making any exposed or some sort of video. I'm just an info sort of video if you don't know. So that would be helpful. See, again, marketed by Bright Life Care. This is the Muscleblaze product, and then again marketed by Bright Life Care. So same company. Now, why did I all of a sudden say that these two and GM Nutrition are, I mean, they're all follow the same business model, at least to me. So I'm going to talk about that, but first, I think there's another thing about them. See, Muscleblaze, and some companies do that actually, it's a common practice. Muscleblaze is probably the primary or prime or premium brand name, so things are sold at a costlier version of that. So this is beginner whey. It sells at 1 kg at we got $945. Healthkart, a 1 kg. Basically, this is better because it's got whey and casein, and this thing I don't think it has casein. When I saw, I'm not really sure, but I gotta see. It's got milk solids and some whey protein concentrate. That's it. So this is costlier, but Healthkart's product is actually cheaper. So there are these two different variants. This is done, and this is a business strategy. They teach this in MBA schools also, that if you bring these two brands at two different price categories, then you're capturing a huge spectrum of consumers rather than focusing on either premium consumers or budget consumers. So Healthkart is basically targeted for budget consumers, and Muscleblaze brand for premium consumers. So just in case you didn't know, just like me, you know, we all have the first time to know something. Now, why did I say GM Nutrition and they are the same? So they follow the same business model. Why? While GM Nutrition, until I made the video, didn't really make it very clear on their website. Now they're doing. That's a great thing. I think after my video, I would say, because until then they didn't do that. Now in their branding, they're saying that they're doing things or getting things done from Roseate Medicare, which is a good thing. See, here they mentioned that, right? They mentioned this thing, who's doing this stuff, manufactured by, and this is only marketed by GM Nutrition. Manufactured for, they don't even say marketed by, manufactured for. Muscleblaze and Healthkart does the same thing. They don't manufacture anything at all. They outsource They're manufacturing now. If you can see on the screen, see marketed by, on the upper part of the screen, Bright Life Care, but there are two manufacturing units. So manufactured at either Twilight Litaka Pharma or Tirupati Life Science, two different places. If we go to Healthkart, same thing. We're going to see manufactured by Twilight Litaka Pharma. So these are not the same companies. Okay, these are not like a sister concern of Bright Life Care. At least through my research, I found there are different companies. Actually, these companies, they could be somehow related, which is a different thing, but at least on the paper they are different, distinct companies. The manufacturing company is different and the marketed company, Bright Life Care, is entirely different. So what I'm trying to say is that there are only few companies in India which manufacture their own stuff. Maybe that helps them reduce their cost, like Nutrimed, Sinu, Nakoda Dairy, like what's that thing, NACPro. They do their own stuff. Healthkart, Muscleblaze, that is Bright Life Care, they outsource it. GM Nutrition outsources it. So that's why I said they're the same, like same business model they're following. And I think Arms Nutrition also does outsourcing. I'm not entirely sure, so I can't comment on that. Yeah, so that was the idea. Like they're all kind of following the same business model, but along all of these things, this thing just gets priced at the highest. But I think primarily because they do a bit more advertisement with this under technical guidance thing, which these people couldn't use. They could easily do that actually, but they don't do that. That's why the price is, I mean, Muscleblaze is actually heavily costly. I mean, I've always said that their products are highly costly, but Healthkart is pretty affordable, and GM Nutrition is of course out of budget for anybody, I believe. Yeah, that was the video. I know a lot of you know this, which is okay, and that's why I warned you at the very beginning of the video. You know this, don't need to watch, but if you don't know, then it's probably, just like me, a good info to know. There's no expose or anything going on. But I think it's important to understand how these companies that we buy things from operate, how they get their things done, and what their business model is. I hope this video was helpful and didn't waste your time in case you sticked around to the end. Have an awesome life, folks. Ciao.